Greetings, it's Chappers. So I've got a bunch of fly dates coming up. You fly in. Talking of fly dates, you just went flying. Talking to the people that run these festivals, advancing the tech spec and everything. And something that struck me was that I'm just not going to have a consistent tone throughout, because I'd be borrowing a Marshall or a Black Star or whatever it is, you know, per show, running a pedal board through it. I thought, why can't there just be an amp on a pedal board which is like a power amp that has preamp stuff, but just really simple. I don't want loads of stuff to do. Maybe an effects loop is useful, blah blah blah. And it's the friendly in-car wave. And I actually went as far as to design this and talk to some manufacturers about making it, because I kind of thought it could be quite a good thing for Snow Cold to make, because effectively it's what I wanted to do. If you combine Marvelous Engine and the very thing, you get kind of an amp, power amp tone, and then a higher gain stage, like a 2-channel amp sitch, but with no power, obviously. And I had recently demoed some power pedals, one from Thomann, one from someone else, and I thought they were quite an interesting step forward. Although they don't sound like, it will never sound like a Valve power section, at least it does the job. And I thought, what if I could design one? So I spoke to some manufacturers and went as far as to fully design a working kind of 800 type amp with effects loop that you'd put on a pedal board. And the objective was to make it kind of affordable, blah, 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 blah. And I phoned Lee, and we chat, you know, daily about Chapman stuff and Snow Cold stuff. And I said, I've got this idea for this pedal, kind of been designing it with manufacturers. And it's come back at this much. I'm not sure what you think. You know, give me your thoughts, because he's got all the retail experience, and I've got a lot of the buying experience and using stuff on tour or in the studio. And he said, "You're not going to believe this, Rob, but a little bird has just told me that we're about to launch this product from Victory, which does exactly what you're talking about, but it's kind of a way more high-end version of what you're talking about making." And I was like, "You're kidding me?" And he went, "No, it's called the V4, and it's 140 watt with the effects loop, 2 channels, blah 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 blah." You've seen the reviews of the V4. I had no idea. I was completely out of the loop on Victory. So anyway, I got on the phone to Victory, said, "Hey guys, I understand you're bringing out this thing called the V4. Can I check one out?" And they were like, yeah, sure. So I went for the beer one, because obviously I know beer, and I know he was involved in tuning it, getting it to sound good. It arrived in the mail, and it's awesome. Something that I think might be quite useful to know, or it's quite important to say, is that this is 180 watts RMS. But unlike a Valve power section, you can plug this into any ohms, but it affects the output. So if you plug this, like I do, into a Marshall 412 16 ohms, it's 50 watts. If you plug it into 4 ohms, it's 180 watts. It's scaled depending on the ohms that you match it to. I really like that it's got this optional fan. You don't have to have it on. If you're recording and you want peace and quiet, you can leave it off, and it's designed to run without it, but it will run with it. It's got the effects loop, input, on and off. It looks cool. Another thing that really annoys me is that that doesn't light up for the pedal changes. Like, why have you put this here when it could be the eye of the Kraken? I am not a cab sim guy. I'm a traditional meat and potatoes, put an amp in front of a cab and play it loud kind of guy, and use a wedge if possible. But I have used the cab sims in my in-ears, and it's been really good, I have to say. Rehearsals we're doing recently have been really loud, and we need to rehearse with in-ears so that we're prepared for the shows. So what I'm doing is I'm running my voice through the PA into in-ears, and it's being mixed with the cab sim from the Kraken, so I get my own guitar signal, which would be the same every night, doesn't matter how they mic it up. I get my own voice and a blend of the band, and I can control the level of my guitar through here. That's kind of cool. It's practical to just have it here and affect, you know, the sim level of my cab sim. I also like how they countersunk all the screws here so that it's designed to have these feet removed and you stick it on a pedal board. Although, to be honest with you, this kind of is the pedal board, because I mean, other than a tuner, there's nothing really that you'd need. You got channel 1, channel 2, you got separate volumes and gains for each one, unless you want lots of effects. And then of course it can also power your effects for you, which is really nice. Then I don't think I'd need anything else. This might be my entire fly rig. Maybe a headstock tuner? I don't know. If I turn the reverb off, it's brutal. Thank you very much, Victory. This is not a sponsored video by Victory. I'm just making it because it's my first impressions. I can't believe that I went through the trouble of designing my own version of this to discover Victory had already done it. But I suppose that's a testament to the very clever people like Martin Kidd at Victory. Anyway, take it easy. Chappers out. She's a stray.
Neighbor brought her in.
Ah, Nina. Oh, cute. Hello.
I'll start the opening bidding.
Here?
Have you given her a name?
No.
It's dangerous to give them a name.
Yeah, I don't want to give her a name, man.